This is really fun, but these lights don't have a name. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So, Stonehenge in the aquarium. Well, yeah. Why did I make this aquascape? I came to this idea about 3 years ago. I watched the documentary about Stonehenge and I was like, wow, this is absolutely amazing. I mean, huge rocks in the middle of a field, just amazing. Of course, I knew about Stonehenge before, but I did not pay much attention to it until then. Then I started to think it really would be great to have a miniature replica of Stonehenge in-house. And then I was like, no. It would be great to have a miniature replica of Stonehenge in the aquarium. And then I just left that idea somewhere in my head to wait. At that time I had no experience with carpet plants and adding CO2 in aquarium. Then I only had a low-tech tank with non-demanding plants. So I left the Stonehenge project to wait until I get more knowledge and experience. After a while I started to be interested in aquascaping, and in 2016 I made Aquascape the Islands. Also in 2016 I made a nano aquascape with do-it-yourself CO2 lighting and filtration. But the Islands was my first real aquascape. It was not the best aquarium in the world, but I gained some experience with that tank. So after a while I decided to try to make Aquascape Stonehenge. Then I did some research, because I had to make stones from something, but I didn't know from what. I found some pictures online, a couple of people did this scape before. Yes, I'm not the first. I tried to find stones that would be appropriate for my project, but I did not succeed. Because each stone of Stonehenge has a certain shape. I wanted the replica to look more like a real Stonehenge, and I decided to make stones by myself from the brick. After that I found online a picture of Stonehenge that I like. This is front view. And according to this picture I made my replica. I started making stones in November 2017. I made a few sketches just to realize the size of the stones, to get the replica to fit into my tank. So basically I cut off a brick with grinda and I tried to shape every stone to be like original much as I could.
So I thought I needed. So I thought I needed. so I thought I needed.
When I finished it, I realized that the replica fitted into my tank, but I was not satisfied, because when I fill the tank with water, I will have a reflection of the stones on the sides of the aquarium. So I did not like that. I wanted the scape to be exactly as in the picture. So when I look at the aquarium, I only see grass and stones, no reflection on the sides. So I decided to buy a new, bigger aquarium. Anyway, I was planning one day to buy a new one, so yeah.
So I thought I needed. So I thought I needed.
When the new tank arrived, I made Aquascape and the replica perfectly fit into the tank. I did not make a whole circle or whole Stonehenge because I would need a much larger tank for that, and I like front view the most, so it does not look like a real Stonehenge from the top. I will use this aquarium for my future aquascapes in the coming years, and I really did not want to go with a bigger tank than this. Okay, I made Aquascape and the replica perfectly fit into the tank, but something went wrong, of course, because nothing is perfect, life is not perfect. I had a couple of issues with this project. The first issue was lighting. I used my old T5 fluorescent lighting. It worked a great job for the plants, but it was short for my new tank. And the plants did not grow on the right side. And I was like, no, this is not happening. Well, I only had one option. I had to buy new lighting for my bigger tank. I bought a new LED lighting. I will show you later. The second issue was the paint began to peel from the stones. And I was like, no, this is not happening. I did not expect that, but it happens. The third issue was algae on stones, but in this case algae were not an issue. I sorted them into issues because nobody likes algae in the aquarium. I somehow hoped that this would happen. I do not have algae on plants, just on stones. My plants are clean. So paint peeling and growing algae on the stones has only contributed to stones look even more ancient. So I was finally happy. It took me a million years to complete this project, but in the end it turned out nicely. I don't know, I really like it. Okay, you can see the background on the aquarium. This is the clear sky effect. I wanted to have a nice sunny day in my tank. I made this effect with blue LED stripes and white LED bulbs. So now I will show you the equipment I use for this tank. So let's start with this. This is my canister filter. I used this filter on my Aquascape The Islands. This is Atman EF4. I used this filter for about 18 months and I did not have any problems with this filter. It's okay. This is my CO2 system. I have this system for some time, so nothing new. You could already see this system in my past videos. I have the splitter and I can run 2 tanks with this system. This is my inline CO2 atomizer. that I'm using on this tank. So guys, now I will say something about the background. I have a foil for windows on the back of the aquarium. This is frosted window effect. So to create a clear sky effect, I use blue LED stripes here. And down here I have two white LED bulbs. So it gives me the effect of clear sky on the aquarium. So for creation of the sun in the thumbnail for this video, I used this. This is the base of the lava lamp. Basically I just hold it on the wall behind the aquarium like this. I was like creative. So when you look at the aquarium from the front, you can actually see the sun. I had a plan to film a video that will be dedicated only to the sunrise and the sunset, something like from dusk till dawn, but when I tried to do it, my fish were very upset. When I put this behind and turned on, the fish were totally freak out. I mean, really freak out. So I just took a quick photo for a thumbnail. So sorry guys that it did not work, but I really did not want the fish to die because of stress. It's not worth it. It would be the third video of this aquascape. This aquascape should have 3 videos, but it will have only 2. This is the second video and the last about this project. I have this scape 8 months and it's time for something new. You have already seen the final product, so yeah. Okay, let's move on. This is my new lighting. This is LED light. I ordered these lights from China. So this is really fun, but these lights do not have the brand name. Only this says 7000K and 50 watts here. Oh, you cannot see. And something is written in Chinese, but I do not understand it. Each light has a dimmer and the brightness of the light can be adjusted. Also each light has a cooling fan and this noise you hear comes from them. I do not mind that. In reality they are not as much noisy as on the video. This tank is in my bedroom, but the lights are turned off at night, so I don't really mind. I really like gas lighting, but they are a bit expensive for me. Don't get me wrong, I'm not rich or something like that, but any extra money that I can save I mostly spend on my tanks. These lights cost me $80 each. They are not bad at all. I mean, I grow HC Cuba under these lights and it's perfectly fine, grows like crazy. So as you can see, I don't have fancy expensive equipment at all. Maybe one day I will, who knows. But for now, this is my equipment for this tank.
So I thought I needed. So I thought I needed. Thought I needed. So I thought I needed.
So that's it guys for now. It was really fun for me to work on this project. Thanks for watching this long boring video, but I wanted to go into details. I hope that I managed to cover everything in this video. If I forgot something, be free to ask me in comments down below. See you next time. Stay awesome. Bye.
You make